Yeah, let's go. What's up, selectors? It's Select Screen back again live. Man, today has been the craziest day. If you've missed it, head over to our Twitch, our YouTube, our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram, but specifically on YouTube earlier, we were official stream partners of the Game Awards, and it was a little disappointing from a game standpoint. The production was great. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that stream. I want to give a shout out to Mario, who joined me for that, and DJ Crystal. Appreciate you guys so much for checking that out. I got the Logans in here with me. I want to give a shout out to Christy, Shay. You guys are amazing. Thank you for joining me tonight. Man, we're going to get into this Marvel investor meeting. There was a lot of stuff that was announced today for Star Wars, for Disney Plus, for a new Star series, whole bunch of stuff. But man, I can't wait no more. I'm ready. You're ready. Let's go. Yeah, man. Let's go. Oh man. I'm so excited for this stream because this is how excited I was. I was streaming something else and Christy was hitting me up like, how are you not talking about this right now? And I'm like, I know, I'm in the middle of a stream. I can't wait for this. So much stuff that has been announced today. Crazy year of 2020, right? Let's do this thing, man. So I want to give a shout out to Everything's Awesome. They have a replay of the Marvel section of this. So I'm just going to run through that. Go check out their channel. I always kind of bounce my theories off their theories. And yeah, so this is my first time seeing this stuff. So this is a live reaction. As usual, we'll watch one of the sections and then we'll stop. We'll go and break it down and see what I see in each of these trailers. It's about 22 minutes, so it's going to be a good stream tonight. Let's go.
The entire Marvel Cinematic Universe is laid out in a way that's easy for fans around the world to enjoy. And today
Mr. Feige.
talk about the expansion and future of the MCU. As you may know, the Cinematic Universe weaves storylines and heroes and villains across 23 feature films to date. And with Disney Plus, we're able to extend this way of storytelling to a new format, creating series that are connected to our theatrical releases, making the MCU more immersive than ever. There's a lot of new content coming from Marvel Studios, so let's get started. WandaVision will be the very first Marvel Studios series on
Yes.
Disney Plus. Wanda and Vision are two of our most powerful and complex heroes, and this series is a perfect expansion point for MCU storytelling.
Okay.
Launching on Disney Plus on January 15th, here's a look at the brand new trailer.
We're
for
almost a month away from this.
So what's a single gal like you doing rattling around this big house?
Well, I assure you, I'm married to a man, a human one.
Oh, it's like Dick Van Dyke Show.
Coupled.
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
Just don't know what to expect.
Howdy, neighbors. Hey, bud.
Wanda, what's up?
Who are you?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think something's wrong here.
Are you here to help us? This is our home.
Then let's fight for it.
Well, I think we handled that well.
Pause, bro. First reaction from WandaVision. That was even better than the first trailer. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, they really nailed this. I found out that Dick Van Dyke actually consulted on this show. And there's a lot of cool tropes in here that I saw right from the jump. Let me make sure I get rewound kind of to the beginning of this.
On Disney Plus on January 15th. Here's a look at the brand new
So let's break this down a little bit here.
So what's a single gal like you doing?
So, okay, at first I thought that this other lady was going to be the villain of the show. And as we'll see at the end, she's not. New Rockstars has a really good theory going on that maybe Mistifo, I think is how you say his name. I probably butchered that. But he's basically the underworld guy. He is actually trying to break through into the 616 or basically the MCU's universe from HEL, not HELL, but that hell, HEL. I don't know if they're going to do that or not, because I know the Chinese audience, they have a big problem with that. We should probably too. But nevertheless, there's some proof of that in here.
Rattling around this big house.
So again, something's wrong. Wanda's not married to Vision. We know Vision is dead. But did Wanda bring him back? Obviously, she did.
You are married to a man, a human one.
A human man. And again, you can see the Dick Van Dyke couch there. Of course, the black and white feel. Even down to the sweater that the Vision's wearing. She's using her powers here. Clean everything.
Unusual couple.
Now, this is a really cool callback to this era. Whenever they showed, if you guys are not Dick Van Dyke fans, or I used to love Nick at Night as a kid. And one thing that I couldn't really figure out and really grasp was why whenever they showed a dad and a mom in a bed or in beds, they were always separated. And that was a TV thing. They never had them together in one bed. I think there's some cultural things behind that too. But nevertheless, that was a big thing. And I'm glad that they acknowledged that here. Mario just joined us here saying, present, did I miss subtle signs of Wiccan? I think there's something here too. Could Wiccan, her son, one of their sons, be the villain here? Let's continue on, man. There's so much here. Now notice when the bed comes together, everything kind of sews up. They're in one bed all of a sudden. Now Wanda's starting to kind of lose it here a little bit. That's how color's literally going to come in. Now we know when you're watching, I Love Lucy early episodes and stuff, they see in color. I think this is a really interesting choice that Wanda and Vision aren't seeing in color when they're in black and white. So they must be blinded to something. There's someone on the outside.
Don't know what to expect.
Now we're jumping to kind of more of a Brady Bunch. I think kind of a Brady Bunch era here. It looks a lot like That 70s Show. January 15th. Here. Mario, I think we're starting to see, again, babies have a lot to do with this movie or this series. And again, I think we're going to see her basically android children. And those children are from, again, the MCU devil. Because an android and a woman can't really have children. And he basically uses them to get into the world. So the emphasis here and the fact that I think this is Wiccan as well. Wiccan is moving his toy here. Again, we're thinking that this is the bad guy. Now, full disclosure, my wife is Caucasian. I felt like this was a little weird. It's like, hey, black guy. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm reading into that way too much. Now, here's Monica Rambeau. And we've been talking about that, about her a lot. Mario and I were talking about her in the previous stream. Who Monica is, okay, so if you go back to Captain Marvel, she was the little girl in that. She is now fully grown. I don't know if this is going to be because of Endgame or why she's aged up, but listen to what she says here. This is nuts.
Who are you? I don't know.
And that's not a glitch on the internet. That's her glitch now. She doesn't even know how she got there. Everything's changing in front of her. One thing I found interesting, sorry for the promo here, and the posters that they showed throughout the week, it showed each of the eras, starting in like the 60s, or actually the 50s and the 60s. Each time the TV got newer and newer and newer. Well, when you get to the modern day, it's probably going to be the Halloween episode. So we kind of know where that's going to take place. Golly, it completely changed my whole video. Sorry, guys. There we go.
Who are you? I don't know.
Now, this is what's interesting to me. I thought that at some point in time, they're going to be superheroes. They're going to fight and they're going to do Marvel stuff, right? But it's really interesting to me that this is almost like a horror movie. If you notice, most people in this trailer are in distress.
I think something's wrong here.
Baby, again, more baby stuff. Now, interesting that we're not in full black and white here. Right? Can you hear me? And that's somebody on the outside trying to break through. Who is that? Who is that? Who's doing this to you? Who is that? We have no idea who this is. And I think that's so interesting in this day and age where Marvel, you know who the bad guy is, you know where the stories are going. We have no idea for sure. You can see again, are you here to help us? So these people are trapped, not only in her mind, but they've been tricked by somebody else.
This is our home.
Then let's fight for it.
Very interesting there. And here, see if I can get a good pause of it. Here, we're seeing the military step in. They're obviously on the outside of this. Russell says, I'm so excited. Bro, me too. I wasn't as excited for WandaVision, even though House of M is my favorite X-Men comic, and that's loosely what this is based off of. But this trailer's got me. I want to point out, let's see if I can catch him. It's right after this. Right here. If you notice this gentleman, I forget his name, but he was actually in Ant-Man and the Wasp. He was the one that was always going to Ant-Man's house. He was part of the FBI. So the FBI is involved in this, trying to basically stop what is a pocket dimension from maybe exploding. Russell says, all of it. Marvel, Star Wars, I'm so stacked. Bro, I'm with you. Now, this is big too. Look at the scope of this. You've got a helicopter and what looks like Wanda's powers, right? And that's like engulfing the whole world. Is this the way that the multiverse actually opens up? Because we know the multiverse is there, right? We did that in Endgame, but it's kind of closed. You had to have stones, you had to move stuff around, all of that stuff to get into these dimensions, right? You had to have this big Stark thing. I think her mental break and combined with her powers are going to let something bad in. And it's also going to break reality. And that's kind of what we're seeing there. Also, Darcy from the Thor movies. This goes by so fast, guys. Forgive me for the stops here. There's Darcy, who I'm so glad to see. She's so good at comedy, but this seems very, very serious. Mario says, "I believe so." Okay, all right. So it seems like I'm right on with this as well. Now, another crazy thing. We know the Mind Stone was destroyed. All of the stones were destroyed, right? So what is that then? How is the Mind Stone back? It's got to be a part of her mind. But that's, again, how she got her powers, right? At least so we think. Mario and I have a really great theory kind of going on here that we're going to find out more about her, about Quicksilver in Eternals, because I don't think she actually got her powers from there. She's a mutant. She's always been a mutant. And I think she was lied to. Russell says, this does actually look like pre-Endgame. I'm thinking it's after. I'm thinking it's after. Because she wouldn't be able to... She's going to be so distressed after this. Even so, we know that she's going to be in... she is going to be in Doctor Strange's movie. Okay? And I think she's going to be the villain of that movie. She kind of got blown away by that. And then we fade back to WandaVision. Even the logos aren't stable. Excellent. If I had to give this a rating, Mario says, so we think indeed. That trailer right there, that was an A+ trailer. Unbelievable. I cannot wait till January 15th. That looks amazing. And you know what the biggest travesty of this all is, selectors, is that we're going to have to wait for this week by week. I want this release Netflix style. I really do, because I want to binge the heck out of this thing. Wow. What's next, Kev?
Elizabeth Olsen is currently in London right now. She's shooting the film Doctor Strange in the Multiverse.
There it is. She's shooting Multiverse right now. And I think she's going to be the villain of this because she's going to be so distraught. Oh, Mario caught a really good one too. Notice the wine bottle say House of M. Very good, man. I missed that. Awesome.
Madness with director Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi.
See what you got, Oculus.
Commercials. Now, interesting enough, if you guys don't know, a lot of Spider-Man news came out this week. Sam Raimi is the original director of some great movies, but specifically Spider-Man. The original Spider-Man movies. So let's just pull this back just a little bit.
Strange in the Multiverse of Madness with director Sam Raimi, star Benedict Cumberbatch, and the rest of the cast.
Rachel McAdams is confirmed, and I always say his name wrong. I'm just going to call him Mordo, but Mordo will be back. Interesting. That was not confirmed.
Including Benedict Wong, Rachel McAdams, and Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Fan favorite character from the comics, America Chavez, played by Sochi Gomez.
Oh, They confirmed America Chavez? All right, history lesson. We're breaking these down. Check this out, guys. America Chavez. America Chavez is another piece of the puzzle of this upcoming Avengers movie. I think it's coming up. This is America Chavez, guys. America Chavez is a young Avenger. Blows my mind. Russell says, it's wild that they're bringing him in as a director, but he's got love and is the grandfather of the superhero movies as we know it. Sam Raimi, that is. Mario says, why is how do you say his name? Mephisto not mentioned. I think they're doing that on purpose. They just want to kind of scare us. And I think that's great because we know too much about a lot of these movies. Like we know America Chavez is going to be in these movies. I would have loved that to be more of a surprise. And great cast there. Something else we'll say before we move on from Doctor Strange here is, fun fact, in Spider-Man 2, they're trying to name Dr. Octopus. So J. Jonah Jameson is trying to name Dr. Octopus. And he and his assistant are going back and forth. His assistant says, how about Doctor Strange? And J. Jonah Jameson says, that's good, but it's taken. So Doctor Strange is already in the original Spider-Man movies. Now, Sam is directing Doctor Strange. And Dr. Octopus has been confirmed for the new Spider-Man 3. So technically, that Easter egg in Spider-Man 2, the original Spider-Man 2, still works within the canon. That's mind-blowing to me. Russell says, I was about to say they're about to introduce Young Avengers, bro. It's here. I mean, that confirms it. And Mario corrected me on some really good things. Stature is Ant-Man's daughter. It's crazy. They're all there. Mario also says, I heard about it. America Chavez, the second Young Avenger, and Iron Lad was the Iron Man extremist in Endgame, a full 360. Yes, if you look back at Iron Lad. So Iron Lad, if you go back to Iron Man 3, that little boy is the same boy who is at the end of Endgame at Tony's funeral. Spoilers. Right? Now, here's what's really going to blow your mind. Iron Lad, that little boy, grows up to be, is it Reed Richards' grandson? Anyway, he in some comics is Kang the Conqueror, who's going to be an Ant-Man. It's all connected. Let's move on.
Played by Xochitl Gomez.
Xochitl Gomez. I got to remember that.
25th, 2022, and we're really pushing the boundaries of storytelling with this thrilling, scary,
March
mind-bending adventure.
25th, 2022.
Doctor Strange
Yikes.
and the Multiverse of Madness connect directly to the events of WandaVision, but it will also connect to the events of our new Spider-Man film coming to theaters December 2021.
There it is.
Moving to our next series for Disney Plus, which launches this coming March, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I'm so excited for this.
Superheroes last seen together in the final moments of Avengers Endgame. Sam Wilson, aka the Falcon, is played
Let's
by
go.
Anthony Mackie, and Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier,
Cut the check.
is played by Sebastian Stan. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is a cinematic experience. It's a Marvel Studios movie played out over 6 episodes. And now here for the first time is an exclusive look. at
Let's
the Falcon and
go.
the Winter Soldier.
Russell says all the movies are so far away. Oh. That's okay. We're getting good TV shows.
Legacy of that shield is complicated. The world is upside down.
This March.
People need something to get behind.
Look at the new suit.
They need the symbol.
Right.
Holy crap. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yes, man.
I upgraded.
How do I break this down for you guys? Holy moly. I love Sam Wilson, Captain America, man. I love it. We talk a lot at work about how it can get annoying when they just randomly replace characters. You know, they just announced Batman's going to be played by an African American guy. And it loosely makes sense because it's Lucius Fox's son or whatever. But it just didn't make sense. To me, this makes sense. When Captain America gets too old, it's either Bucky or it's Sam. And for Sam to take over, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Let's break this thing down. Let me read some of these comments here. Christy says, the whole media team will be out March 15th. Book it. Book it. Mario says, Iron Lad, America Chavez, Ironheart, Kate Bishop, right? Because we got our first picture of Kate Bishop as Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, and Stature. There's your Young Avengers. Man. Russell says, also their green screen is awful. Laugh out loud. Mario says, there's one or two things that bum me out. Kevin never mentioned X-Men. Right. And Sakai Jackson as Riri Williams, but I'm cool with Dominique Thorne. Okay, we'll get there. All right, let's go back and break this one down, man. Holy smokes. I love these two. Sebastian Stan, Anthony Mackie. Some of their lines in Civil War are the best lines.
Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, is played by Sebastian Stan. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is a cinematic experience. It's a Marvel Studios movie played out over 6 episodes. And now
I feel like 6 episodes is not enough for me. Because to me, this is more of a direct follow-up. So, okay, this was the museum, right? About Cap. Cool.
The legacy of that shield is complicated.
Now, I want to know why he's given up the shield. The shield was in his possession. So why did it go back to a museum? It's almost like he doesn't want it again. Now, this setting is very interesting to me. Think about what happened in Endgame with Hawkeye. Remember, he was overseas in kind of a Chinatown, and he was just running through guys, right? Mario says, we need Mandalorian episodes. We need 8. Yes. Now, I'm not recognizing the villain here. I have no idea who she is. This March, bro. So excited for this. That's got to be the new suit. I wonder if it's Iron Man-esque, where it's like, you know, kind of robotic.
People need something to get behind.
Now let's look. Where are we here? That's Zemo, which we knew Zemo's coming back. Hawkeye is Ronin. He ran fades. Yes, he did. So is this kind of the shrine for Cap? Is this Sokovia? I don't know. I can't tell there. Now, there's your first look at this other Captain America. which there is another guy who kind of poses as Captain America in this show. Bucky in the new haircut, doing some underground stuff. I love the new arm. Again, I don't know. I have no idea who this is, but the villain's got to be more than a lady with a handprint on her face. I want a good shot. U.S. agent. Thank you, Mario. U.S. agent. And Cap was U.S. agent for a while, too, when he kind of abandoned his... He didn't agree with the government. Bucky with the knife play. I want a good shot of the suit. I love the suit. I love it. Red, white, and blue. He needed a suit, especially after the first movie in Winter Soldier. Got Red Wing with him still. He looks great. Unbelievable. Do we have confirmation, Mario, of who's playing U.S. Agent? I don't know if we have confirmation of who that guy like the actor. I'm going to give that one an 8. I enjoyed that a lot. It's what I wanted to see.
What's going on in that cyborg brain of yours? You don't want to know. Oh, yeah, I can see it working. Gears turning. Oh, they're malfunctioning. They're on fire. God, I hate you.
I love it. That's going to be great.
Another hero we last saw in Avengers Endgame, Black Widow, will return to the big screen on May 7th.
Guys, stop. Wyatt Russell. Okay. Thank you, Russ. Appreciate that. He Googled that for me. Can we please put this movie on Disney Plus? Please.
2021. Of course, the film stars Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff. Fans have been patient, and I can't tell you just how ready we are for this Avenger to finally have her own standalone film. And speaking of fan-favorite characters, Loki.
Yes. That's all we're getting for Black Widow. It's coming out. It's going to be in theaters.
The great Tom Hiddleston returns as Loki and is joined in the series by Owen Wilson, Gugu Mbatha Raw, Sophia DiMartino, Mumni Mosaku, and Richard E. Grant. As
Wow.
for other shows coming to Disney Plus, we want to try something a little different. Explore a new genre for us at Marvel Studios. So we've put Loki in the center of his own crime thriller. If that sounds a little unusual or confusing, don't worry. Loki is just as confused. Very first look at Loki.
Let's go. Before we jump into this, let me read the comments real quick. Russell says, I'm honestly not looking forward to Black Widow movie. I think it's overhyped. That's what's scary for me for that movie, is that it's a prequel. And prequels, how do they move the story forward? A lot of the times they don't. And so I don't know. All right, Mario said there's something that he wants to deeply discuss on Loki. Let's watch this. Okay. No stairs. No stairs. I like that it's more from his point of view. Nice. He never ends up on his feet. Where the heck is he? Like the touch to the logo.
You're taking me somewhere to kill me.
taking you someplace to talk. Where I lie, don't like to talk. But you do like to lie, which you just did. Because we both know you love to talk. How long have you been here? I don't know, it's hard to say. You know, time passes differently here in the TVA. What does that mean? You'll catch up.
TVA.
Glorious.
Time variance. We're looking at all these crimes. Roxxon. That's Owen Wilson?
Brother, I'm down. You better be ready.
Loki. Let's go.
Come on. What did you expect?
Oh, I think we're getting Lady Loki, y'all. I think we're getting Lady Loki. That helmet belongs to Lady Loki. You don't know who Lady Loki is. Was that after Ragnarok in the comics? I want to say it was after Ragnarok. He came back, but he took over Steph's body, and he was Lady Loki. Let's break this one down, man. This is going to be a mystery. You guys are going to have to help me with this one as well. Mario says, okay, there's something we need to discuss. There are 3 things after this, but I'll enjoy this series. There it was. Russell says, got a dip. I'll catch you later. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate you coming through. Make sure to hit the like button and share if you can. So let's look at this one. Now, I don't know. I don't know as much on Thor and Loki. But I mean, this is all in-game stuff. We're all good here. I mean, did they reshoot this? Because it doesn't seem totally repurposed. It kind of seems like it's from a different angle. Mario says, after I believe, but also Kid Loki of Young Avengers. Yes. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Tesseract taken. For sure. So the TVA, what is the TVA? It's Time Variance Authority, I want to say, and they basically are like the time cops. Basically, when you mess with time or you do something that's messing with the timeline, they come after you.
You're taking me somewhere to kill me. No, I'm taking you someplace to talk. Where I lie, don't like to talk. But you do like to lie, which you just did. Because we both know you love to talk. How long have you been here? I don't know, it's hard to say. You know, time passes differently here in the TVA. What does that mean? You'll catch up.
Now this, I'm lost here. What is going on here? Again, I love that we don't know exactly what's going on. We don't know who's who, who's the bad guy. That looks like to be a TVA member. My dude got snatched up. Love the new suit. Love the new suit on Loki here. That's dope. I'm bringing him before the council. Now, notice this in here. This is one thing I caught. All right. So basically, they're putting him on trial. Okay. Everything he did in Avengers. Roxxon. But is it Roxxon? I don't know. It's Rox. Looks like almost like Rock's cart. So it looks like what they're going to do is they're going to need him to bring somebody down. And so they kind of give him a plea deal, looks like. I mean, so much going on here. I mean, keep in mind, guys, this is a TV show. Look at the budget on this. I mean, again, I have no idea who these guys are.
You better be ready.
And he jumps out of the plane. Whoop. Widow? And again, that crown is Lady Loki's crown. And maybe it's more like that too for... Okay, so... Mario and Christy and Shay think that was Black Widow there. Let's go back and look again. No, right there. I thought it was Terrence Howard at first. Let's catch who that is. Here it comes. Here it comes. Come on. I can't catch who that guy is. Ah, on Vormir. Okay. Right there. Oh, man. So, like, she just gets up from hitting the ground, maybe? Man, that's a good catch, Shay. That's a great catch.
Brother, calm down.
But here,
You better be ready.
she's just a stewardess. Man, I think you guys got it. I think you guys got that. Yeah, for sure. So she lives. Yeah, yeah.
Come on. What did you expect?
And it might be because of him. It's got to be because of him. Because he took the Tesseract. Everything, you split the timeline. So you have the in-game line and then what he did. Man. So good. So good. Rating on that one, I'm going to give that one an 8 too. I'll give that an 8.
Marvel Studios' first animated series, coming to Disney
This
Plus
is gonna be
next
dope.
summer, What If flips the script on the MCU, taking famous events from the films and reimagining them in unexpected ways. We've assembled a stellar voice cast with many MCU stars reprising their roles. Here's a look at What If.
Yes.
Time. Reality. It's more than a linear path.
Jeffrey Wright again as the Watcher in this.
Of endless possibility. Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all.
T'Challa as Star-Lord. I love it. See the Watcher in the background? Peggy, yep.
You have a super soldier.
Whew. She's dope.
You sure don't seem too freaked out about all this, kid.
What you doing out there all by yourself anyway? Exploring the world.
Sounds fun. But why stop at one world when we can show you all of them?
Wow, man.
I am your guide through these vast new realities.
Okay.
Follow me and dare to face the unknown.
Zombies, man.
And ponder the question. What if? Give me the tour.
Strange as a bad guy? Whoa. No release date.
We've just wrapped.
Follow me.
Exploring?
All right. Break it down. Let's see. This is pretty straightforward.
Flips the script on the MCU.
Mario says Loki becomes Lady Loki, but I do believe she becomes Kid Loki to be a part of the Young Avengers. Gotcha. Captain Britain, and then Steve is Iron Man. That's what I kind of noticed. Yeah. Interesting.
Taking famous events from the films and reimagining them in unexpected ways. We've assembled a stellar voice cast with many.
We'll kind of
stars
fly through
reprising
this one,
their
guys.
roles. Here's a look at What If.
So obviously Nick
Space. Time.
finding Cap,
Reality. It's more than a linear path.
T'Challa.
It's a prism of endless possibilities.
Now, is that a... Look at the symbol behind the Eye of Agamotto. Is that Iron Fist? I might be reading into that.
Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all.
I mean, they recreated the scene so well.
Promised an army.
I love the look, too. Captain Britain.
You have a super soldier.
Peggy's dope, man. If Peggy would have got the serum, bro. Whew. Peggy is dope. I wish they would bring Agent Carter something. She needed more.
You sure don't seem too freaked out about all this, kid.
Now, is Strange...
Out there all by yourself anyway.
Seems like Strange is the centerpiece again.
Sounds fun. But why stop at one world?
There we go. Peggy, right? Captain America riding on the back of Iron Man. Same actors are voicing their characters, Chrissy says. Dope. I love it. So, man, this could be the last time we see Chadwick is... Yeah, all right. I'm not even going to go there.
When we can show you all of them.
Now, look at that. So it's Strange basically fighting his inner self here. So what if Strange would have given in to maybe the darkness there? Interesting. I love that.
I am your guide through these vast new realities.
Okay. Aha. Now, there's two here that I want to talk about. Peggy and Steve. Awesome. There. Who are those two? Who are those two?
I am the Watcher. I am your guide through these vast new realities.
Here it comes. Now that's supposed to be Hawkeye, but that looks like Steve to me. Maybe, or is it Star-Lord? Or I guess this Sharon Rogers would be dope to bring in. Yes. And then this guy, is this so you have the Watcher, and then you have oh my gosh, it's totally escaping me, guys. He's like he's a guy from Battle Worlds. I gotta look at the name on this. Battle Worlds. Not the Collector. Yeah, Collector is different. It's not the Collector. It's the... What is his name? He's not the Collector, though. It was in an episode of Spider-Man. And technically he had black hair, and he had kind of like winged hair, kind of Wolverine-ish. Man. It's going to drive me crazy if I don't think of his name. Battle Worlds Marvel. He kind of looks like Benedict Del Toro. I want to say it starts with an E. Come on, Wikipedia, don't fail me. They're brought to the world to fight each other. The Beyonder. It just hit me. The Beyonder. I wonder if that's the Beyonder. Could be.
Follow me and dare
Very cool.
face the unknown.
Yeah, and so he's just fighting himself. Zombie episode. That's kind of the famous rethrow from Winter Soldier. 9. Giving that a 9. That's a cool trailer.
Give me the tour.
Evil Strange. At first I thought it might be Tony. Wouldn't that be a trip?
We've just wrapped production in Australia on our film Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Shang-Chi?
Impressed the way Simu
Have I been saying Shang-Chi the whole time?
Simu is surrounded on screen by a fantastic cast that includes Awkwafina, Tony Leung, and Michelle Yeoh. This film is among the very first in our Phase 4 and is set to release in theaters on July 9th, 2021.
Let's go.
Launching on Disney Plus later next year is Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel is
Beyonder, but
a
looks like
tiny
Benedict.
American teen superhero.
All right.
Earlier this year during shutdown, we held online auditions all around the world to find our Kamala Khan.
Wow.
We found her in Aman Vellani. Aman will be surrounded by a phenomenal cast and creative team that will bring this story to life. So here's an early look at Miss Marvel.
We're getting a look?
Is a new kind of superhero. But at the core of all of it, her story is so universal.
Miss Marvel is one of the newer characters in the Marvel comics.
I have a challenge for all of you. Go through every computer in your house, your mom's, your dad's, your...
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Skip ads.
The questions are, when are we going to bring Miss Marvel to the screen?
When Miss Marvel first came out, we had such an incredible reaction.
It was so incredibly popular because everybody could see themselves in her.
I never saw a young teenager of color, specifically a Pakistani, in the comic book.
I didn't know if I liked her until I started playing the game.
Cool. The casting process was
I really like her in the game.
we discovered Iman, we knew that she was Kamala Khan.
It was unanimous decision.
Yeah, I can't comprehend this right now.
And then, of course, we've got a really incredible team of directors: Bilal Fallah, Adel Al-Arabi, Mira Menon, and Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. And all of them are taking the material and elevating it.
So human. It's about a teenager figuring out who she is and about relationships. Family and friendship is at the heart of the MCU canon. What's so exciting about the story that we're bringing is that we're going to introduce you to a new family that's also going to be part of the wider MCU.
Very cool. Not much to break down there. That was kind of a first look. But Kamala Khan, I mean, very cool. Very cool. I think that's going to appeal. Like, I love that this is going to appeal to my daughter. You know what I mean? She can have a modern hero. I love that. Amara says, confirm Iron Fist recasted will be in Shang-Chi movie. Or Shang-Chi. How did they say it? Shang-Chi? It's like Shang-Shang, but Shang-Chi.
That's what's so exciting about the story that we're bringing is that we're going to introduce you to a new family that's also
I like her look.
the wider MCU.
She fits the character. Love the logo. Great design there. Great. Giving that a give that a 7.
Is Captain Marvel. And Captain Marvel 2 is currently in the works with director Nia DaCosta. And today I'm excited to announce that Miss Marvel, played by Iman, will be joining Brie Larson and co-starring in Captain Marvel 2.
Okay.
Along with grown-up Monica Rambeau, played by Tiana Paris, whom we will have already met in the upcoming WandaVision.
And WandaVision.
And
Okay.
Start getting a sense of the interconnectedness that infuses all of our storytelling. But that doesn't mean there aren't some unexplored corners of the universe. With next year's Eternals, we're introducing a...
Hold up. So that's all we're going to say? That's all we're going to do with Miss Marvel? We're not getting villains. We're not getting, it's just, hey, it's connected. I really wish we could have got like, hey, she's going to be like we were saying, Mario. She's going to go up against Rogue. But again, our theory here is Eternals, where all of the MCU started. Mario says, no Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Misty Knight, but somewhat Punisher news, mostly them to Iron Fist and Daredevil and Marvel movies. Of the 4 or 5 there, I'd rather have Daredevil, Punisher, Luke Cage, Iron Fist. Even as a character, I just... But you can't have Iron Fist and not Luke Cage.
Brand new ensemble of superheroes to the MCU, played by a spectacular cast.
This cast is crazy.
An epic story spanning thousands of years, and it's one of our most ambitious films yet. It's set for theatrical release on November 5th, 2021.
Wow.
Original Avenger Jeremy Renner returns to star in Hawkeye, launching on Disney Plus late next year.
So they said nothing about Eternals.
Hawkeye teams up with another well-known archer from Marvel Comics, Kate Bishop. And I'm very pleased to confirm that Kate will be played by the amazing Haley Steinfeld.
Hey, this is a great cast.
Are Vera Farmiga, Frau Fee, and newcomer Alakwa Cox playing Maya Lopez. The episodes are being directed by Rhys Thomas and the directing duo of Bert and Birdie.
Okay.
Debuting for the first time in the MCU, She-Hulk.
Yes.
To Disney Plus. It's a series about
Gotta have Heroes for Hire for sure.
To be taken seriously as a working professional, despite the fact that she's well over 6'7" and green. It's a very funny series being directed by Kat Coiro and Anu Valia.
Okay.
And I can officially confirm that She-Hulk / Jennifer Walters will be played by the talented and Emmy Award-winning Tatiana Maslany. I'm also pleased
Tatiana Maslany. Anybody know where she's in, or what movie she's in?
Will be played by the talented and Emmy Award-winning Tatiana Maslany.
Tatiana Maslany. I still I get we don't want Star Wars and Marvel mixing, but man, they should have got the UFC lady to play her. Man, she would have been great. But we'll see.
I'm also pleased to reveal that the brilliant Tim Roth is returning as the
Bro, Abomination is coming back. Baby, Abomination's coming back. Oh, I love Tim Roth. Okay, so fun fact. Hulk has never been one of my favorite superheroes until the most recent Hulk movie. I really enjoyed that Hulk movie. I know a lot of people thought it wasn't all that great, but I enjoyed it, and I loved Abomination. I loved it. And the reason why is Hulk is like Superman to me. It's like at some point in time, these guys can't lose. But with Abomination, man, I felt like he kicked Hulk's butt, and they went back and forth. I am so excited that he's back. Wow.
Abomination, a character we first introduced to the MCU in 2008's The Incredible Hulk. And if that's not enough, I can confirm that the Hulk himself, Mark Ruffalo, will be appearing.
Yes. All right, good.
Jennifer Walters is a lawyer who specializes specifically in superhero-oriented legal cases. You never know what Marvel characters are going to pop up from episode to episode.
Spider-Man.
Bringing a whole new different vibe to the MCU.
So, Tatiana played in Orphan Black. I got to go see it now. Got to see it. Moon Knight. Here we go.
Is an action-adventure Indiana Jones type story coming to life as a Disney Plus series directed by Mohammed Diab. The character Moon Knight is a complex vigilante who suffers from dissociative identity disorder. These multiple identities that live inside him are very distinct characters in the series. The backdrop of our story is incredible Egyptian iconography. Egyptology is something the world's always been fascinated by, and we're going to tap into it in a fun and bold way.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be very different.
Projects that we haven't announced yet. The first of which is Secret Invasion, coming to Disney Plus. Samuel L. Jackson is back as Nick Fury, and Ben Mendelsohn from Captain Marvel returns as the Skrull, Talos.
Yeah. I'm having an overload. They're doing Secret Invasion. I thought it was a joke because the text looks kind of funny. It looks kind of, it really looks comic booky. So when I saw that earlier today, I was like, that's not real. Mario says to bring about Abomination, the Tinkerer needs to make an appearance. Or is it Mastermind? That would be dope. If he was the bad guy of She-Hulk, that'd be really cool. Secret Invasion. If you guys don't know what Secret Invasion is, that's probably my second favorite Marvel storyline. It basically, the Skrulls aren't good guys. In the comics, they're never good guys. And I wonder if we're going to get Spider-Woman here. Will this tie into Captain Marvel? Let's watch. I'm talking too much. Sorry.
Next to Civil War, Secret Invasion is arguably the biggest crossover comic event in the last 20 years. We're bringing it to Disney Plus. It's about a sect of Skrulls who have infiltrated every level of life on Earth. Ironheart will be a series for Disney Plus about genius inventor Riri Williams, the most advanced suit of armor since Iron Man's. Dominique Thorne will play the title role. And as we like to do,
help me out, guys. Google her, Dominique Thorne. Where's she been in? Riri Williams is getting her own series. That was a big rumor. We're getting Ironheart. My daughter is going to lose it. And Elmo 172331, my sister, is going to lose it. Agents of S.W.O.R.D. was never mentioned, which ties into Secret Invasion. So Secret Invasion.
Both Secret Invasion and Ironheart will tie directly to MCU.
Hey you! This car could be yours!
I hate you, YouTube.
Feature films. We're also well underway on a series for Disney Plus based on Armor Wars, a classic Marvel story about MCU feature films.
So, wait a minute. Secret Wars and
Ironheart will be a series for Disney Plus about genius inventor Riri Williams.
Did he say that's going to tie into other movies?
Dominique Thorne will play the title role. And as we like to do, both Secret Invasion and Ironheart will will tie directly to MCU feature film.
So how is Secret Invasion not going to be its own movie? Because the big thing about Secret Invasion is the heroes that we know for the longest time have basically all been Skrulls. Like a good majority of them. And it's like, who's a Skrull, who isn't? That story is great. She was in If Beale Street Could Talk. And Judas and the Black Messiah. I gotta see that movie. If you guys have not seen If Beale Street Can Talk, and you are, especially if you're married, you need to see that movie. That is one of the most romantic movies I've ever seen. I love it. It's great. I'm excited for Ironheart too.
We're also well underway on a series for Disney Plus based on Armor Wars.
Armor
a classic
Wars.
Marvel story about Tony
War
Stark's
Machine.
worst fear coming true. It's what happens when his tech falls into the wrong hands. And this series will star beloved member of the MCU, Don Cheadle.
Yes.
Jim Rhodes, aka War Machine.
Yes. Rhodey going around.
Expanding the MCU to Disney Plus.
Yes.
Our team at Marvel Studios is finally able to do some of the things we've always wanted to do, but didn't quite have the right outlet for. Like produce our first ever live action holiday
special.
In a reverent Guardians fashion, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is going to be a lot of fun, especially since James Gunn is back to write and direct.
Cool.
In fact, we're going to shoot it during production of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Wow.
The special will drop the holiday prior to the next Guardians of the Galaxy film, which hits theaters in 2023.
2023, jeez.
Aptly titled I Am Groot, everyone's favorite little tree, Baby Groot, will star in a series of shorts on Disney Plus featuring several new and unusual characters. Before I go, I couldn't leave you without giving a few more updates on some of our most anticipated upcoming films.
Yes.
In January, we'll begin filming Thor, Love, and Thunder with director Taika Waititi,
This is what I saw.
Natalie Portman and Tessa Thompson returning. And I'm pleased to confirm that Academy Award-winning actor Christian Bale is playing the villain, Gore the God Butcher.
Gore the God Butcher.
In theaters on May 6th, 2022.
So Gore the God Butcher. So again, I'm still learning Thor. So again, Mario, correct me if I'm wrong here. But basically when Thor, I got to make sure I use the right language here. Odin's son. So Thor becomes unworthy. Okay? And when he becomes unworthy, they call him Odin's son. Okay? Because he's the son of Odin. And I think he has an axe. And that has something to do with this Gore the God Butcher. At that point in time, that's where Lady Thor, Natalie Portman's character has cancer. She ends up getting the hammer and that whole thing. That's big. And Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher. Man, oh man, that is going to be awesome. Mario says, the problem I have is Sky Jackson can fit the role where Riri's student is a young 16-year-old MIT student. Sky is 18, 19 going to college, and she's been in Disney shows. I got you. I see what you're saying. Where she's supposed to be 16. But I wonder, where are they going to put stature? Where are they going to put them as far as age? You know what I mean? Because I'm sure they're all going to kind of be around the same age, right? Because the maturity level, in theory, a 16-year-old to an 18-year-old, that's different. I wouldn't want a 16-year-old out there fighting crime. But I get your point. Definitely.
Last year, we're moving ahead with Blade, starring Academy Award winner Mahershala Ali.
Cottonmouth.
Storylines are coming together, and we'll have announcements very, very soon.
Okay.
Director Peyton Reed is hard at work with our Marvel Studios team on the third Ant-Man film, which will officially be called Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly.
Quantumania. We're not even trying to keep this all cohesive. We had Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Paul Rudd doesn't age. I think Evangeline Lilly doesn't age either. Good to see everybody coming back on this one.
Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer are all returning. And Catherine Newton is joining the cast and playing Cassie Lang.
There we go.
And in the role of Kang the Conqueror, we have a great actor, Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors is Kang the Conqueror. That's big, guys.
I wanted to acknowledge the devastating loss of a dear friend and member of the Marvel Studios family.
There we go.
Chadwick Boseman was an immensely talented actor and an inspirational individual who affected all of our lives professionally and personally. His portrayal of T'Challa the Black Panther is iconic and transcends any iteration of the character in any other medium from Marvel's past. And it's for that reason that we will not recast the character. However, to honor the legacy that Chad helped us build through his portrayal of the King of Wakanda, we want to continue to explore the world of Wakanda and all of the rich and varied characters introduced in the first film. Writer-director Ryan Coogler is hard at work on the sequel now and will bring the film to you in theaters July 8th, 2022. And finally...
So, here it is. What do they need to do with that movie? Not recasting Chadwick is absolutely, positively the best move they can do. I think going forward, I don't know what the end game of all of these Marvels is going to be 20 years from now. But I feel like you stick to that policy going forward. You never recast Iron Man. You never recast Captain America. Those characters are those characters because this is all connected. I know we've got the multiverse now. You don't recast. What you do is you pick up the movie after Endgame, obviously. But I think T'Challa has to go to the astral plane. We talked about, Mario and I talked about how he becomes the king of the dead. You can do something like that. But you bring Michael B. Jordan back. And Killmonger. Killmonger. Oh my gosh. Guys. He comes back and basically changes his life around. And there's the struggle of him trying to kind of live up to T'Challa, you know, and you just have Michael B. Jordan's character come back and basically try to fulfill his shoes, and you never will, but he's the right breed of actor. He just checks all the boxes, and that would bolster the first movie without kind of doing it a disservice. Mario says that's a high level of respect. Absolutely. And I think that's why we love Marvel. And that's one thing we just don't see. And I'm not trying to get on DC, but this is what we don't see in DC. You know, even if an actor has a bad performance or a bad script, you know, Jared Leto, they replaced his butt so quick. You know what I mean? Was his Joker the best ever? No. But man, that's the guy you picked. You know, make it work. Make it better. Don't just throw him out. And so I love that. Well done, Marvel. If for some reason you're watching this stream, well done. Well done. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm happy to announce a film about one of the truly iconic Marvel families. In fact, Marvel's first family.
Here it is.
Fantastic Four.
Yes.
It's on a feature now, and it will be directed by the director of our recent Spider-Man films, John Watts.
John Watts gets Fantastic Four?
Disney Plus is key to the interconnection and expansion of the MCU. It will be home for both our feature films and our series for years and years to come. Since Marvel first joined Disney back in 2009, Bob Iger's been the biggest champion of the work that we do. None of this would have been possible without his support. So it is now my pleasure to turn things back over to Bob.
So there we go, guys. Remember, Storm was on the mantle, went crazy. Again, X-Men are coming. There's a reason why they're not saying anything about X-Men. And Deadpool. We didn't get any Deadpool news, which is really weird to me. It's really weird. We know Deadpool made over $1 billion. We're getting another Deadpool movie. That's going to happen. But when? Guys, what are you guys thinking about this? I want to say thank you so much to Mario, who rocked with me basically all day. Shout out to the Logans again. Shout out to Russell. I appreciate you guys so much for coming and just checking out the stream, man. This was... this was a lot of stuff. It was a lot of stuff. I'm so excited. Mario says, no X-Men in the background. Yeah, nothing. So they're saving them for something special. And I think we've got a good idea. We've got some good theories going on. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Do me a favor, while you're here again, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button for me, definitely. Helps me out so much. Helps Elmo172331 as well, my streaming partner. We do this, guys, because we want to give you a place where you can come watch a clean stream. There's not a bunch of swearing. You know, you can watch this in the living room with your kids. And we want to build a community of people who like to just talk about this stuff, have some fun, and have a clean place to do it. You know, we've had people on this channel share their faith, share their life situations, and it's a beautiful thing, much like a lot of these Marvel movies. So hopefully you're enjoying it. And again, appreciate the love and support on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, I already said Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We did another funny video on TikTok. Go check that out. And the Cash App. If you want to help support the stream monetarily, it's $5 ELECT 5CREEN. Mario says there's another Deadpool in X. Gotta be. That X-Force movie has probably written itself, right? All right, guys. Until next time. Remember to choose your destiny, all right? My name's Select Screen, and I'm out.